You feel it even if you never say it out loud. Something in your life is slowing you down, clouding your judgment, pulling you away from the person you're trying to become. It's subtle. It hides beneath routines, expectations, and fears you've carried for years. Yet every day, a quiet pressure grows stronger, urging you to release what no longer matches your direction. Stoicism reminds us that peace is not granted by fate. It's earned through deliberate subtraction. The mind becomes powerful when it stops clinging to what fragments its strength. This video is not about adding new habits, forcing breakthroughs, or chasing dramatic transformations. It's about removing the silent forces that drain your energy, distort your choices, and keep you tied to versions of yourself that no longer reflect your purpose. Real progress begins when you stop negotiating with distractions, stop justifying what harms you, and stop allowing your inner world to be shaped by things unworthy of your attention. Today, you will discover 5 elements you must quietly, courageously eliminate. 5 burdens you've been carrying without realizing how heavy they've become. Let each one go, not with bitterness, but with the calm conviction of someone reclaiming their life. When these weights fall away, you don't just feel lighter, you become unstoppable. Lesson 1. Eliminate the noise of uncontrolled thoughts. Your mind is the first battlefield you must reclaim. Most of your exhaustion doesn't come from events themselves, but from the constant storm of thoughts that rise without discipline. Worries that predict disasters that never happen, memories that replay mistakes you have already outgrown, assumptions that twist simple situations into threats. This inner noise steals your presence, weakens your judgment, and blinds you to opportunities standing right in front of you. Stoicism teaches that nothing drains a person more than letting the mind wander without direction. When you eliminate uncontrolled thoughts, you don't silence your mind. You teach it to serve you instead of consuming you. This begins with paying attention to the moment your thinking spirals. Instead of letting the narrative run wild, you pause, breathe, and ask a simple question. Is this real, or is this fear speaking? That single interruption is a shield. It protects your clarity. It protects your energy. It protects your ability to act with intention rather than impulse. Uncontrolled thoughts also create false identities. They convince you that you are fragile, unlucky, incapable, or trapped. When you let these ideas go, you free yourself from a prison built entirely inside your head. The world doesn't shrink. You do. You step away from fantasies of failure and you return to the truth of what you can influence: your decisions, your reactions, your character. Clearing mental noise is not suppression, it is mastery. It is the refusal to let imagination outrun reality. It is the choice to observe without absorbing, to listen without surrendering, to think without drowning. As your mind grows quieter, your actions grow stronger. You stop reacting to shadows and begin responding to life with stability and courage. Remove uncontrolled thoughts, and you remove half of the suffering you once believed was unavoidable. Lesson 2. Eliminate people who sabotage your inner stability. Not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay. Some people weaken your resolve, cloud your perception, and interrupt the peace you work so hard to build. They may not shout, insult, or attack your dreams openly. Often, the damage comes from subtle patterns: constant doubt, hidden envy, passive negativity, or the quiet expectation that you shrink so they can feel taller. Stoicism teaches that your environment shapes your character, and few forces shape you more than the company you keep. Removing destructive influences doesn't require anger or scenes. It requires honesty. Ask yourself how you feel after interacting with certain individuals. Do you leave inspired or drained, centered or confused, strengthened or diminished? Your emotions are signals, and ignoring them traps you in cycles that undermine your growth. The Stoics understood that protecting your inner world is not selfish. It is necessary. A calm mind cannot grow roots in a toxic field. When you eliminate people who undermine your stability, you reclaim space for clarity. Your goals become sharper because no one is subtly redirecting your focus. Your confidence rises because no one is quietly questioning your capability. Your discipline strengthens because no one is pulling you into chaos disguised as companionship. Distance is not punishment, it is alignment. Some relationships fade because they stop supporting the person you are becoming. Letting them go does not mean you lack compassion. It means you refuse to sacrifice your purpose to maintain connections that no longer fit your path. You are not obligated to carry every bond forward simply because it once had meaning. Release those who conflict with your peace. Surround yourself with individuals who encourage discipline, respect your boundaries, and honor your direction. When you do, your life doesn't just improve, it transforms. Lesson 3. Eliminate the habit of delaying your own growth. Nothing steals more potential than the quiet belief that you can start later. Later becomes a hiding place, comfortable, familiar, and deadly to progress. Procrastination isn't laziness, it's avoidance. It's the fear of failure disguised as planning, the fear of discomfort disguised as preparation, the fear of responsibility disguised as waiting for the right moment. Stoicism teaches that life unfolds only in the present, and postponing action is a silent surrender of your power. When you stop delaying your growth, the world doesn't suddenly become easier. You simply become someone willing to face it. Progress demands movement, even when conditions aren't perfect. You don't need complete confidence, flawless plans, or guaranteed outcomes. You need the willingness to begin. Every step taken now is worth more than 1,000 imagined steps postponed until tomorrow. Procrastination creates illusions. It convinces you that you'll feel more motivated later, that opportunities will patiently wait for you, that clarity will magically appear if you stall long enough. But clarity comes from commitment, direction comes from engagement, strength comes from repetition. When you eliminate delays, you build momentum, and momentum transforms ordinary efforts into lasting breakthroughs. The Stoics understood that discipline is freedom. It frees you from regret, indecision, and the constant pressure of unfinished intentions. By acting now, imperfectly, courageously, you train your mind to trust itself. Each completed action becomes proof that you are capable, resilient, and responsible for your path. Stop allowing hesitation to dictate your future. Let go of excuses disguised as caution. Break the cycle of waiting for inspiration and become the source of your own movement. The moment you eliminate procrastination, your growth stops being a possibility and becomes a reality shaped by your own hands. Lesson 4. Eliminate the desire to control what lies beyond your reach. One of the greatest sources of frustration comes from trying to manage things that were never yours to command. You lose peace when you chase certainty in an unpredictable world. When you cling to outcomes that depend on forces outside your influence. When you let your mood shift according to events you cannot rewrite. Stoicism teaches that freedom begins the moment you stop wrestling with what you cannot alter. When you release the urge to control the uncontrollable, you reclaim a tremendous amount of strength. You stop pouring energy into battles that produce no progress. You stop carrying emotional weight that belongs to circumstances, not to you. Instead, you redirect your focus toward your choices, your attitude, your effort, your discipline, your integrity. Those are the elements the Stoics saw as true power, because they cannot be taken from you by chance, failure, or the behavior of others. Trying to dominate the external world creates a constant undercurrent of tension. You brace yourself for every possibility, trying to predict every shift, fearing every unexpected turn. But calm comes when you allow life to unfold without demanding that it obey your expectations. Acceptance is not passivity, it is wisdom. It's the decision to engage fully with reality rather than clinging to fantasies of control. As you eliminate this destructive desire, something remarkable happens. You stop overreacting. You stop interpreting every inconvenience as a threat. You stop exhausting yourself with what-ifs that never end. Instead, you grow adaptable. You respond instead of panicking. You adjust instead of resisting. You act with clarity instead of desperation. Let go of the illusion that everything needs your command. Focus on the small circle of influence that truly belongs to you. Within that space, you become disciplined, stable, and unwavering. And the moment you stop fighting what you can't control, your life finally begins to breathe again. Lesson 5. Eliminate the fear of standing alone on your path. There will come a moment when your direction no longer matches the expectations around you. Growth separates you from old habits, familiar environments, and people who remain unchanged. This separation can feel unsettling, and fear often rises, not fear of failure, but fear of walking alone. This fear silently limits countless lives, convincing them to stay small, so they never have to face solitude. Stoicism teaches that a strong mind stands firm even when the path becomes quiet. When you eliminate the fear of solitude, you unlock a deeper form of freedom. You stop living through the approval of others and start moving according to your own principles. You stop adjusting your dreams to avoid judgment and instead defend them with conviction. Solitude becomes a training ground, not a punishment, a space where clarity sharpens, values strengthen, and purpose becomes unmistakable. The fear of standing alone also creates compromise. It leads you to tolerate situations that suffocate your potential, to entertain distractions that dilute your focus, and to silence your own voice so you don't disrupt anyone's comfort. But every time you betray yourself to maintain belonging, you trade authenticity for ease. The Stoics understood that greatness requires the courage to follow your path even when no one walks beside you. When you release this fear, you discover that solitude is not emptiness, it is space. Space to rebuild, refine, and grow without interference. Space to think deeply instead of reacting. Space to understand who you are without the noise of comparison. And paradoxically, once you embrace solitude, you attract people who resonate with your strength rather than your insecurity. Do not be afraid of walking alone for a season. Every transformation demands distance. Every breakthrough requires separation. Stand firmly in your direction, even if you're the only one standing there. In time, your path will lead you exactly where you belong. Every meaningful shift in life begins with a moment of inner honesty, a recognition that you can no longer carry what restricts your growth. Stoicism reminds us that liberation is not found in accumulating achievements, but in releasing the burdens that quietly weaken our spirit. When you remove mental noise, harmful influences, hesitation, illusions of control, and the fear of walking alone, you strip away the layers that once obscured your true strength. What remains is a mind disciplined enough to face adversity with calm, a heart resilient enough to remain steady in uncertainty, and a will grounded in principles rather than pressure. These eliminations are not dramatic gestures. They are the quiet decisions that reshape the entire direction of your life. Each choice to let go creates more room for clarity. Each rejection of distraction reinforces your purpose. Each acceptance of solitude strengthens your identity. Over time, these subtle commitments build a kind of inner power that no chaos can disrupt. You stop negotiating with weakness. You stop allowing circumstances to dictate your peace. You begin to live from a place of intention, not reaction. Your future depends on what you release today. If you want a calmer mind, a stronger spirit, and a life aligned with your deepest values, Start eliminating what no longer deserves space in your world. Walk forward with discipline, honesty, and courage, because the person you are becoming requires nothing less. If this message spoke to you, subscribe, like, and share your insight in the comments. Let others discover these lessons and join a community committed to growth, clarity, and unshakable purpose. Your journey continues. Start walking it with intention.